everybody, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the guitar solo from the classic Led Zeppelin song, Whole Lotta Love. Now I know there are so many performances of this song and solo on YouTube, and quite a few guitar lessons too, but everyone always leaves out two notes from this solo, which really surprises me, so I felt compelled to come and give it to you guys the right way. Alright, without further ado, let's jump on into it. Alright, here's section 1 at normal and then slow speed. Now notice on the screen here how I've broken it up into two different sections, one in each box. That's the way I think it's best to learn it. So the first part is, okay? And a lot of times it's very tempting to leave out that second note and just go, but if you listen really carefully, that second note is in there. Okay? Now that's not the missing note I was talking about at the beginning, but I just want to call that out because sometimes people want to skip that. And then the second part goes like this. All right, here it is one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. All right, section 2 at normal and then slow speed. Now notice that the last note in the first half, I've got it palm muted. And I don't think that was an intentional thing on Jimmy Page's behalf. I think that note's just a little bit quieter for whatever reason, like he didn't pick it as hard. But I just want to call that out. I wouldn't get too hung up on that. Now with the second half, there's a couple things I want to call out there. First, at the very end, you got the low E note. That is one of those notes that I was telling you about that people always miss. I've watched over the 40 years or so that I've almost been playing, I've seen so many people play this solo, and I've only seen one person play that low E note beside me. But if you listen very carefully, go back to the original, I challenge you, you will hear it there. I think the reason people don't play that low E note is because the most popular tabs out there don't have the low E in there. So people just keep following those tabs, not realizing that they're wrong. But you be the judge yourself. The other thing I want to mention is that when you get to the second half here, things speed up a little bit. Okay, when he starts doing he speeds up a little bit more than the first half, okay? So here's the whole thing one more time, this section at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. All right, here's section 3 at normal and then slow speed. There's really not a lot to call out there other than, again, the second note. It may be very tempting to leave that out and just go. But that second note is in there. It just seems a little bit lost in the mix, perhaps. All right, here's section 3 one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. All right, here's section 4 at normal and then slow speed. All right, now first we got to talk about that big bend. It is 2.5 steps. That's like taking the note from here to here. Okay? From here to here. Okay? The advice I have there for you is, well, first of all, you hold the note for a tiny bit before you do the bend, okay? All right? You don't go immediately into the bend. You hold it for just a tiny bit. It helps to have lighter gauge strings. I use 9 gauge strings. I know that on my guitars that I have 10s on, doing that kind of 2.5 step bend, it can be done. It's just easier when you have lighter gauge strings. And then other than that, the only other thing I want to call out is at the end when you do the 20th fret B to the 17th pull off, you hold that for a tiny bit too before you do the pull off. Okay? So here's this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. let's keep moving. All right, here's section 5 at normal and then slow speed. Okay, see the 8th note in where we just kind of do that little scratch on the G string? That is the second missing note that people always miss, okay? Typically people will just skip it and go like this. But if you listen closely, that little is in there. Now, technically if you wanted, you could play the 18th fret of the G right there like we did in the last section, right? And that'll sound good too, like this. Okay. In fact, I think that's what Jimmy Page was going for, but he didn't quite hit that G string, 18th fret note. He just kind of chicked it, for lack of better terms. So anyway, here's this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. And then finally, here's section 6 at normal and then slow speed. Now with this one, there's not a lot to explain other than for the bends, the first two are a full step, right? So going from here to here. And then the third one is 1.5. So going from here to here, okay? Okay? Those equivalent notes. All right, here's this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. Alright, that was my lesson on how to play the guitar solo from Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love. If you found it helpful or informative, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will attempt to answer them as time allows. Until next time, rock on.